Everybody, what's going on? I put that video up last night. I wanted to do a real EDC. In New Jersey, that's right, New Jersey, we don't enjoy the liberties that a lot of people have in other places. We can't carry. If you get caught with a pocket knife around here, they'll put you in jail. And you'll find out real quick why they call it the pokey. So I want to do a real EDC, and this is exactly what I carry every single day. And all the funniness aside. So let's start off with tactical telephone. You ask yourself, what's a tactical telephone? It's a waterproof Casio GZ1. Where I live in the water, so you have to have a phone that can be dropped in the water. Now this is a military grade phone. What that means is it's impervious to nuclear pulses. Like, if not, I'm not saying there's going to be like an explosion tomorrow or anything like that. A lot of times during a nuclear pulse, things don't work anymore. This phone will. It's waterproof. It has GPS on it. You have a tactical flashlight built in. Pace counter. I mean, it does so much stuff. It tells you when to go fishing, the tides, a lot of things that are important to me. You can drop it off a 5-story building, and I've even seen people run it over with a car. I'm not going to do that to prove that to you. It's 100% submersible. It'll work open or closed in the water. That's my phone. This is a really cool phone, the Casio GZ1. For me, I go through cell phones like, man, you can't even imagine. I've dropped them in stock pots. I've dropped them in the water, stepped on them, ran them over with my car. They fallen off my motorcycle. And, this is the only phone I've ever found that I have not been able to destroy. Okay, the phone. Of course, my wallet. GPS. I wasn't kidding about the GPS. In New Jersey, a lot of people think about New Jersey. They watch like The Sopranos, and they think that's the way New Jersey is. There's certain parts of New Jersey that are like that. Camden and Newark is like the fucking Wild West. No law. It is. It's just like the Wild West. I call it the belly of the beast, and I try as hard as I can never to go to those areas, and especially never at night. But occasionally I do, with the jobs that I have to go into those areas like Sea Caucus. Oh my God! If there was ever some places that should be wiped off the face of the earth, it would be Sea Caucus, Newark, and Camden. Why would they put the aquarium there? I went there to the aquarium. Oh man, I'm drifting off sudden. I took my girlfriend to the aquarium in Camden, and it's in the middle of a war zone. It's just unbelievable how bad it is to see this beautiful aquarium in the middle of just wasteland. Always have the GPS. These things are so handy. Me personally, I like the TomTom. The Garmin wasn't for me. It was just too hard to use. The TomTom was more user friendly, a lot more fun. You can have funny voices. Actually, I have a Cylon on here, Darth Vader, Stewie Griffin, and some old guy that yells at you. But for me, it's invaluable because I do a lot of traveling in the car, and GPS, it takes the worry out of it. It just you feel safe. You know where you're going, and it's completely true. In their ad, they say, "Drive confidently." It's the truth. I feel a lot better having GPS. Cigarette case, so I don't wreck my cigarettes. In here, Marlboro number 6 lighter. Sunglasses, a watch, and the Fisher Space Pen. Fisher Space Pen is like, man, it's just I can't even say enough about how much I love this pen. This is the Bullet in brushed stainless steel. I do a lot of writing, especially in the kitchen, on wet things like wet cardboard, or you're constantly getting wet, and this writes upside down, it writes in the water, it writes on frozen things. It's just fantastic. Can't say enough about the Fisher Space Pen. Kitchen thermometer. I'm always taking the temperatures of things and making sure things are at the right temperature for food storage, so I always have one of these with me. If I don't have it on my person, I'll have it in a case or in the car. A level. I know that sounds strange. Have you ever heard of people that are obsessed with things being completely symmetrical, or if one thing's here, the other thing has to be exactly here, and pictures can't be like this on the wall? I have like that kind of a compulsion. The things have to be level. I don't know why that is, but I'm a freaking weirdo. I always have a level on me. What else? Blades. You know, most of the time it's just this. It's just a little pocket knife. This is a Rough Rider. I love this knife. Simple pocket knife. Not threatening. Doesn't scare the liberals. But like I said before, if I'm going down to the belly of the beast, I'm not bringing this. I'll either take the Rat Ontario 1. Awesome knife. This is just like the quickest, fastest, simple, always works. Ontario knives are just the monkey's nuts, man. Great knives. Another one is the Black Hawk CQD, close quarters defense knife. It actually turns into, you have a button lock on there. You got a seat belt cutter, glass breaker. The glass breaker's in the hilt. See right there. If you have someone who's mentally challenged, you can bring them right up to speed in like 2 seconds with this glass breaker. And the blade itself, it's designed for high stress situations. It's just an awesome knife. It used to be done by MOD, Masters of Defense, and it used to be made out of aircraft aluminum, but since Blackhawk took it over and took over the rights to it, it's made of Technopolymer. You have metal scales on the inside. I mean, it's tough as a rock, and the secondary lock in the back turns it into a fixed blade knife. You could actually get the sheath for it. This knife is used by Special Forces and SEAL teams. So this is one of my go-to knives to go into those areas. The second choice for that is the CRKT Hisatsu. That's just, we all know what that is. That's bad mojo. If you're on the receiving end of this, you're toast. But those are tactical blades. Most of the times it's just the little tobacco bone folder, and if I'm bopping around, case Mako. It's I mean, if you love the Buck 110, you will love the case Mako. It's a little smaller. It's, I guess you'd call it a medium folder. Built like a tank. This is your grandfather's knife here. This is a knife that'll last. It'll outlast you. So you got a little shark on there, a little Mako shark. Real easy to sharpen, and it's not as heavy as the 110. The 110 is like carrying a brick with you. And a Zippo. That's it. That's my real EDC. Not this. Or this. So, later guys.